Hello, everybody. Welcome to your September predictions. Like every month, I am going to break down the month week by week and let you know what you need to know from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. Before I get into it, can you do me a huge favor? Hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps grow out my channel, and I really greatly appreciate all the support I can get. So let's get to it. So here we are in the first week of September, September 1st to the 7th. Now, I don't know about you. Have you felt the energies have calmed down but yet amplified at the same time? So Mercury is finally out of retrograde. It came out of retrograde on August 28th. So if August was a testing month where your patience was tested a lot and with a lot of tech issues or little glitches in your computer, guess what? That was Mercury retrograde. We knew it was going to happen. My videos told you to look out for it. It was a month of patience. Now, as we get into September, especially this September 2nd is the new moon. This new moon is going to amplify everything. So August was really a month of rest. All things were starting to come together. September, you're going to really take off here. There's going to be a lot of action in this month. It's probably one of your best months out of the year. A lot of action, a lot of opportunities are headed your way. So I hope you got your chance to rest up in August because you're going to be very busy in September and in October. So let's get to the first week of September. September 1st to the 7th. The two cards I picked out were the Grail Knight and the Spider. So for the beginning of the first week of September, the Grail Knight. The Grail Knight is all about romance and all things coming together. So if you are in a relationship or you have a partnership, well, a lot of you are going to get engaged this month. So that's always good news. Romance is going to be heightened, but the Grail Knight also says that all things are going to come together. So if you've had a slower August than normal, that's actually completely normal given what kind of month August was. The Grail Knight is telling you all elements are going to come together nicely for September. But be wary because things are going to happen very quickly and things are going to come to you very quickly. More business, more clients. You're just going to be needed a lot for September. So make sure you conserve your energy. By the end of the first week, we got the Spider. So a creative project is going to land in your lap, literally. Someone's going to phone you and ask you to do something or help out with something, but it's going to be a creative project of some sort. So the Spider says, please take on this project. It's going to be great. It's actually going to bring money your way. And it's actually going to set the stage for you to hit that kind of next level, the next stage in your life. It's going to just open more opportunities because you're going to find as we near the end of this month, when it comes to business, you're going to get a lot more clientele, a lot more different clientele than probably what you're used to. So it's going to be a fantastic. So enjoy this creative project. Don't have self-doubt about it. Don't second guess it. You know exactly what you're going to need to do for this project. So have fun with this project. Welcome to starting to get busy. So that's your first week of September. Now your second week of September, September 8th to the 14th. The two cards I pulled out were Love and the Water Fairy. Now, the first week of September could have brought a lot of busyness already into your life. Well, think about it. Kids are going back to school. There was that back to school busyness. You're finding probably a lot of busyness with work and in home life, kind of just all mixed in together, and it's like the perfect storm, and you're running around with like a chicken with their head cut off. But the second week of September, the beginning of the week, Spirit wants to let you know, listen, even though you are already stressed and the month has just begun, just know there's love all around you. You are so well loved. So even if you feel like there's not a lot of love around you or you're not loved, Spirit is specifically telling you that you are very loved. And it's really bringing this message out very powerful through me. I need to tell you, you are so loved by Spirit and by your loved ones around you that have passed, that's all you really need to know. You're so loved. So please don't have any doubt. Don't have any regrets. If you weren't there for loved ones passing, or maybe you said the words you weren't supposed to say before somebody passed, or maybe words were left unsaid, forget all of that. Spirit wants to let you know that you're very well loved. So that's also, I love this card. especially in those times where you feel down or you just feel all alone, even though there's could be a bunch of people around you and you feel all alone and you're like, I have all these people around me, but why do I feel alone? Spirit's telling you you're so loved. And then the last half of this week, you got the water fairy. So this is telling me, Spirit's telling me that you're going to have a lot of mixed feelings and emotions happening near the end of this week. So I don't know if you're going to be called by other people to take care of things and to fix things, and it's going to make you frustrated, whether it's work or your personal life or really a combination of both. And you're just going to get really frustrated near the end of this week and be like, oh my goodness, can't people figure this out on their own? Why can't they just figure this out, do this on your own, stop bugging me? Or if they didn't do A, B, and C, we wouldn't be in this position in the beginning. So the water fairy is letting you know you are not your feelings and emotions. So feelings and emotions are like fluid, like water. 1 hour you're happy, the next hour you're frustrated or you're sad. You are not your feelings and emotions. They don't define who you are. So don't let your feelings and emotions run the show at the end of the second week of September. Just stay grounded and stay strategic. Yeah, and if you're feeling frustrated, get curious about that. Like, that's interesting. Why am I feeling frustrated on this? Is it really this occurrence making me frustrated, or is it bringing up stuff from the past that I haven't dealt with yet? So it's time to get a little bit curious about this. So it's really interesting because in the second week of September, Spirit's saying, hey, I know you probably don't feel it like you're loved and there's love around you, but I'm telling you there is. Because Spirit knows at the end of the week, you're going to start having frustration, some anger, some sadness happening out. There's just going to be like a colossal of things that are going to show up. It's just going to put your feelings and emotions like all over the place. So remember, you are not your feelings and emotions. Stay grounded and stay strategic, and you're going to be completely fine for this week. All right, the third week of September. Here we are into September 15th to the 21st. So is work picking up yet? New clients coming in, new projects landing on your lap, because I'm telling you, September is going to be a very, very busy month for you. So in this third week of September, Spirit knows all these opportunities are kind of really full force heading towards your way, especially for this month, September, and next month in October. August was a little bit of a lull. It was like, gather your rest, gather your energy, because you're full speed come September. So in this third week of September, Spirit is really telling you, delegate authority and seek help from others. And if you are the type who likes to do everything on their own, or if you have the thought process where if I don't do it, then it doesn't get done correctly, you're going to have a hard time this week, because there's only so many projects and so many things you can do at once. There's only one of you. So get out of your head and thinking you could do everything on your own. So Spirit is saying, hey, I'm going to send you this week people that can help you with some of your tasks. And you could be in a coffee shop and you meet somebody who is a chartered accountant or a bookkeeper or an organizer, somebody you exactly need for whatever it is you're working on. Trust me, it's going to happen this week, and it's going to happen unexpectedly. And when it does, write in the comments of what shows up for you and how it is exactly what you needed this week. So Spirit is sending you the horse. The horse is all about delegating authority and asking for help when it shows up, because it is going to show up for you this week. And at the end of this week, you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about your psychic gifts, all about your intuition. So the High Priestess says, okay, listen to your gut of what the next steps are near the end of this week, because you're going to know the next steps, because messages are going to be sent to you. Pay attention to what feels right. And when the High Priestess shows up, it's always a fortunate omen. She's in charge. She is the leader, and nothing but good fortune comes to the High Priestess. So whatever it is going to show up, I can tell you right now, it's going to bring wealth. It's going to bring abundance to you. It's going to bring an increase of materials to you. It's going to be fantastic, but you can't do it alone. Make sure you ask for that help with whatever shows up for you at the beginning of the week. And then at the end of the week, use your gut to know exactly the next steps, because messages and omens are going to be sent to you at the end of this week to tell you what your next steps are. I always love it when the High Priestess shows up. All right, we are in the fourth week of September, and the fourth week of September is September 22nd to the 28th. So what do we need to know for the end, near the end of this month? Well, first we got the burden card, and then we got the protection card. This week's going to be very interesting with these two sacred markers. So the burden card is really asking you, have you taken on too much so far? Have you said yes to too many opportunities and projects, and now you feel overwhelmed? Spirit wants to let you know it's not that you can't handle it or you're not good enough or smart enough to handle it. Spirit wants to let you know is what other burdens are you carrying that are not meant for you to carry? Whose burdens are you carrying? And you're carrying them so they don't get their feelings hurt or you're making their life easier. Spirit wants you to know that everybody's on their own journey and everybody has to carry their own burdens. So in this week, I need you to really evaluate what burdens are you carrying that are not meant yours to carry, because Spirit is handing you a lot of opportunities, a lot of projects that's going to increase your abundance, increase your materials around you, which is fantastic. You've been wanting this growth for a long time, but you got to let go of the burdens that just don't serve you anymore. So if you're feeling overwhelmed at the beginning of this week, that's completely normal. Spirit knows that, because guess what? The second card I picked for the end of this week, the protection. So Spirit knows, hey, we sent you a lot of opportunity and a lot of busyness right now. We know that. But I want you to know you're very well protected, and we will always provide you what it is you need in terms of materials, in terms of money, in terms of love, support. We will always provide. Just pay attention to our messages. And if you are dealing with something that just feels like it's putting the weight of the world on your shoulders, then give it to your angels. Say, angels, I'm going through this right now. I can't handle it. Please take it off my shoulders, and give it to them and completely surrender. Give it to your angels. Because remember, your angels can't help you until you ask them to step forward, because we have something called free will. So angels can't overstep their boundaries, not unless you ask them for help. So especially this week, you want your angels full force helping you get through the burden, and then you want to be protected big time. So this week, Spirit's also telling me that there's going to be some conflicts happening this week. You're going to have some disagreements with people, not so much in your family, but more in your friend group. There's going to be some cattiness happening, talking behind people's backs. Just don't get involved in it. Don't get involved. Don't get involved in the chaos, into the gossip. Gossip is so toxic. Remove yourself, isolate yourself, and just stay focused at the task in hand. Stay focused at the opportunities that the universe is sending you. Don't get caught up in distractions, petty distractions. So I think this week you are going to hear somebody's talking crap about you. You know what? Just ignore it. Not your monkeys, not your zoo, not worth your time. You're moving forward. If somebody chooses not to, well, that's on them, not on you. So this week, yeah, there's going to be some disagreements, some cattiness happening. That's fine. Not your burden to carry. Spirit has you protected and wants you to move forward. So I love this week because it's really going to bring a lot of clarity for you for next month. All right. We are in the last 2 days of September. So really week 5, which consists of only 2 days. So I only picked one card for this. And this is September 29th and the 30th, right at the end. And we have the Bard. So the Bard is all about enchantment, music, poetry, storytelling. Like, go out and have fun. Now, when the Bard appears, the Bard also wants to tell you, if you want to know the seeds of your future, you have to look at the soil of the past, because history always tends to repeat itself. So at the end of this month, especially these last 2 days, I want you to reflect, kind of do a check of the previous month. What has worked? What hasn't worked? What could have been done differently? And what hasn't worked, is this a repetitive behavior or a repetitive outcome from the past, that you've done something in the past? If you want to know the seeds that have been planted in for your future by the universe, you have to look at the soil of the past, because we don't want to bring our past into our futures. So if you're dealing with a specific problem right now, the solution lies from stories of the past. So sometimes you have to get deep rooted into the stories of the past to find the solutions for the problem that you're dealing with. It's not an easy solution. It's not like a black or white, yes or no kind of solution. You have to get creative here and look into your past, your history of something similar that has happened, and then you will find the solution. So that's September's predictions. The new moon is going to amplify a lot of energies for you on September 2nd. There's going to be lots of opportunities, lots of projects heading your way. So please make sure you take care of yourself this month. And if you haven't started on an exercise regime, September's always a great month because especially when the kids get back to school, you get more structured again, get more on a schedule, put physical health into your schedule because not only is this month going to be really busy, but October is also going to be really busy for you. So that's my September predictions. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon.